Let's do aggressive. If we do abusive, it means camping the sacred site. If we do turtly, it means we have to reconquer the sacred site. And if we do aggressive, we're gonna try to bypass the sacred site. Let's try aggressive and bypass the sacred site. I see a good number of aggro requests. So yeah, my usual Chinese opener. I think there's two ways to open. Beastie Cutie's opener, where you have a 5-minute second dynasty without an imperial official opener. And then there is the opener that I still do, which is the 5 villagers on wood. Slightly slower feudal, but pretty decent opening economy. 5 villagers on wood that then make the mill. I had to think about it a bit last game, but now it's coming back to me again. Yeah, I think I will do one. I mean, Shuganu build, I'm still very on the fence about it, Anajant. Like, Shuganu still get owned by Longbow, make no mistake. Like, yeah, they'll beat them cost for cost, but you can get kited from here to nowhere, right? Alright, let's immediately send the sheep to the mill. We'll do a Imperial Official into the scout opening. Collect the sheep from the middle of the map. These are gonna make the mill. We found the sacred site. Collect sheep from the bottom of the map, which I think his scout was headed towards. So we can deny those sheep. We're thinking of an aggressive game plan. Okay. Well, the Chinese scout actually has more vision than the English scout in Dark Ages, so that's pretty cool.
I thank you.
Did you share any thoughts on the bee situation? It's so sad everyone is just silent on the matter when it looks more likely every day that he was innocent.
I can't pause right now. Wait, AoE4 doesn't have a pause button yet. Yeah, I'll try to answer that after. Not too eager to get into it actually, but I have my thoughts about it. I don't mind speaking out about it, but after the game then.
Try out and play other games you enjoy. GG's.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try out Dota 2 for a very long time. Thank you, it's been really fun. So I think we found all the sheep there are. I'm not going to open wheelbarrow. That's kind of grief actually with this opening. That kind of messed me up last game. I think builds should be cleaner this time. There's no food decay like in AoE 2, so we can do this. We're going to go for 2TC aggression. Not 2TC. Song Dynasty aggression, but it doesn't have to be with Shuganu. Is he trying to deposit wolves on top of me? Now this will be on top of me. Everybody put wolves on me. I need a little time to freely mine some food without wolves on me. Hey, more sheep. Nice. We got 14 sheep plus the ones we eaten. Maybe 14, 15. Slightly more than half, I would say. Yeah, he's going for the Dark Age farms, so not unusually aggressive. Which is good stuff. Yeah, lots of Dark Age farms. Now we just need enough gold to get upgrades for our units. And Imperial officials. 冷气。紧闭度数，记得。If we get enough wood to make a village, that's gonna be a lot more economical than trying to get another house. But that needs 125 wood. I don't think we're gonna get there on time before we get supply blocked, so I'll just make a house then. We need help! Who needs touchy? See, just 4 farms it looks like right now, and he's going for the council hall without too many stuffs inside right now. Nishu? Very close to having enough food to go for an immediate upgrade. Yay! He's burning my village. They're destroying our city. Now we go for the Barbican of my son. A stables. And when we have enough wood, I think we have enough gold forever now. Get another Imperial official. Yeah, longbows are coming. Actually need more on food. First horseman in production, a bit late. We're gonna make a blacksmith now. On the edge of the IO, on the edge of the influence area. Hide our horsemen best we can. Let's see if he's taking outpost control of the sacred site. Gonna get ranged armor upgrade now. Wheelbarrow. Non-stop horseman production, and then kind of try to orient ourselves to see what's going on. The longbow is likely a fake out and he's gonna castle rush instead. That's what it looks like. We see 3, 4. Okay, it's less likely a fake out now. Ranged armor upgrade is coming in. Can I still survive, or am I deaded? I'm deaded. Then we're gonna check out his main base. And we're gonna make our own archers as well. Shana? What? Make another IO. We have 1 upgrade now for gold. Let's go return some gold here. We can make Chuganu. Send 1 horseman after his scout. Check the back of his base. We'll go for a second. Second archery range. We could go Shogunnu now, but I'm expecting knights, I guess. Yeah, I mean, the way he's playing it's definitely knights. Which means we can do some proxy barracks with an outpost. We get the ranged attack upgrade first. Can also go for the deer since we are being aggressive. These guys are gonna go for spears. He's definitely giving me vibes of let's get broad access. He's definitely giving me straight vibes of going for castle rush. Ah, second town center. Okay, that's our target then. That's gonna be our target. So we have an outpost here. We can go get a little bit of stone. Just on a far trip. Now we get the siege engineering upgrade. No more Chuganuk, so I can save some gold. Almost have the siege engineering upgrade. Now we'll try to break. I'm about to break everything you say to me. We'll get more hunting technique and go for another patch of deer. There we go, Castle Age, perfect time to strike. Probably my horsemen should go via the side. I can also start getting more food. These have all been repaired. I think I should go via the top, actually. We can almost go castle ourselves, and then we can go knights. So we're a little aggressive and then transitioning to not aggressive. Okay. We can go. Astronomical clock tower. Let's get a marketplace just in case. Horsemen to the back. Gonna lose a lot of units if I stay here like this. I can leverage the rams a little bit more. He's going men-at-arms, looks like. Time to kill some villagers and now make knights. Horsemen all died. More stables. Some farms. He's got short bows. I have Chuganu. With knights coming now, we should be in a pretty good spot. Yeah, he's down to one town center now. And we've got knights that can harass his gold. Thanks for the sub. Knights on the way. Getting our farm economy. Getting more on gold. Where are my knights? They're over here. We can also make a mosque. Might as well, since we're here anyway. We can sell a little bit of food and get another ranged upgrade. The most valuable against the English. Humdinger. GG, well played. Nice aggressive playstyle. It's fun to play like that. Three knights. I got a lot of knights now. I think I have more than 3 knights, right? Like I got 6 here. Got 9 knights. Yeah, from 5 stables, I guess you expect a little bit more. I guess I didn't have enough gold. So this was me at Challenger 1 and him at Diamond, the one below Challenger, whatever it's called. I think it's Diamond. So he was a little bit lower, and then I haven't played as much, so probably I could be like Conqueror 2 or Conqueror 3, I guess, if I played a little bit more. Not Herald for sure. This guy was pretty good, but not quite to the same, I guess, battle plan and macro at this time. We could have also done a Barbican of the Sun. I like how he tried to sell the aggression, making scout positions, coming with longbows, but didn't feel dedicated enough, and I knew he had the Dark Age farms, so I knew he's not going to be actually aggressive in that manner, most likely. It could be, but you would... I mean, it could be like a double fake out, where he does a few longbow, walks away, and then has an actual army. Viper did that against me once. It felt like a castle rush. Instead, it was the second TC, then going for the castle H, the 3rd tier. Is that called castle H? I forgot what it's called. Which is also a town center. So he had 3 town centers against my 1.5 town center. So he was going to scale his economy twice as fast. Castle H. Yeah, let's go, Dadcaster. Thanks, dude. I think, yeah, this one, I'm gonna go for Dotes now, but really, we'll play this game from time to time. Just want to finish the explanation. This is really interesting thing about how economy develops in AoE4, which I call scaling, economy scaling. So let's say if you had $100 and you made $1 per hour, and then there's another guy that has $100 in his bank and he makes $2 an hour, but he has to invest $10 in order to get to that point. So then you can calculate who is more rich at which point and when the second guy starts to overtake the first guy. So it's kind of like that. And it also means that if you start making $2 instead of $1 when you have $40 in the bank, that is more valuable than if you start making $2 instead of $1 when you've got $200 in the bank. So even if your economy scaling becomes twice as high as your opponent, 2 instead of 1, it depends how much you have right now and how much that is going to influence the pace of the game. So if 2 players start a game and both of you are at 4-minute mark or 5-minute mark, and one of the players decides at this very early point in the game to increase his economy scaling, making a second town center, allowing him to produce 2 villages at a time, which will start making him money. That is something that's going to get him ahead of the 1 town center guy very quickly, because he has now doubled his economy scaling. He's not immediately getting richer, but he's doubled his scaling on a very small poor man's economy. Take 2 players that get to 90 population and 20 game minutes. Now I'm adding a second TC. It's almost like an afterthought that can be negligibly forgotten for some period of time, because like, yeah, you've just doubled my economy scaling, but look, we're already bustling with economy. There's already so many villagers that we may not notice this change for another 20 minutes, nor did you notice the initial investment for the second town center as much. But nonetheless, I'm going to pretend like it didn't happen almost. I know at some point in the next 15 minutes I should like to try and beat you, because eventually it'll matter. So what happened here is I went for a 5-minute-ish or so Song Dynasty from my Barbican of the Sun. I didn't check the exact time, and maybe chat can correct me. And that gives me 1.5 times as fast villager production. And he went for a Dark Age farm into 3 longbow and then second TC. We can watch the replay, but I suppose it would have gotten him second TC at around 6 minutes 50, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check it out. So his economy scaling happened later, but was more powerful. So there's a line where our economy current income meets. And after that line where it meets, he will be ahead henceforth. That was my second game, yes. So, there are graphs, but I didn't look at it. I want to show the replay first. So like greedy lineup with more cores for better lane game? Yeah, exactly. Going for a quick second town center and going for a Chinese dynasty that has an advantage is just like going Morphling, Juggernaut, and Anti-Mage in your same lineup. The AoE community, by the way, is absolutely fantastic. One of the best I've ever been a part of. Such a chill bunch of data nerds and casual enjoyers and tryhards. Yeah, it's been really fun. And we have that community partially on our Discord as well, in the AoE4 channel. This explanation made everything very clear. Nice. Okay, pause. Look. We're at 6 minutes, and I'm halfway of a Barbican. That takes 3 minutes for most, but for Chinese it takes 1.5, and I'm power building it. I guess I started it around 5 minutes. You can't rewind yet in replays in AoE4. So yeah, my scaling, like he could scout that my scaling began around 5:20, I would say. And now my villager count, my villager production is 13 seconds instead of his, which is 20 seconds. So 1.5 times as fast. As I said, he did a Dark Age farm into longbow fake out, and then he went for stone, but he forgot to make a stone mining camp for a while because he didn't have wood yet. So he's doing, or he's just straight up doing long distance mining intentionally. So I guess that is a bit lower level way of doing it. And then what should have been, I would say, a 7 minute the latest. You see how it, so this is another really interesting part of RTS in general and AoE4. Having a lot of resources in the bank that's not doing anything is going to depreciate over time. You're spending a small economy to stockpile bank. The game goes on, and that money becomes worth less and less. So he is 3/4 of the way to go to tier 3, to Castle Age. With his food, he is 55% of the way to go to Castle Age with his gold. He is done to go to a second town center, which is your main base that makes villagers. He's done with that, stone-wise. But he's 75% of the way done to go for a second town center with his wood. The beauty of AoE4 is that when you get everything right, it feels so good. You just iterate over and over and over and over again with your economy. You keep trying out. This can be against AI. And when it all lines up, it's just chef's kiss. You're going to be seconds earlier, you're going to be minutes earlier. And then it's not like you can do it one way or another and it will all end up in the same place eventually. No, like literally, if you do it better, you will have more of everything. You'll have more money, you'll have more upgrades, you'll have more units if you did it better. So that's really, really cool about that. Yo, Thrillium, thanks, man. Welcome back. So now you can see he has enough money to make a second TC. So there's the, how did you scale your economy? And then it's, did you use it immediately when you could? And I'm not perfect either, for sure, I'm not perfect. Look. But like now he could put the second TC down at 920. But when does he actually? Is 950. So that's 30 seconds of villager time lost. That's 1.5 villagers. A villager gets 40 resources per minute, so he just lost that. Plus every next villager is also late. It's not just the first villager that's late, right? The second villager is late and the third, because it's a Congo line. Nobody can overtake each other. You can't skip queue in Starbucks. Nope. Your first villager is late, your second is late, now your third is late. So you're not just losing 60 resources per minute on that villager that's late, you're also losing 60 resources per minute on the second villager that was late. And in the end, you're gonna lose money on it. You have to fire everybody and restructure the company, and now suddenly you've got a union on your hand that you have to bust. So then he went for Castle Age, and now he doesn't have enough wood to make stables. So in the end, he has it all. He's got all the economy scaling, but now he can't make use of it because he ain't got enough wood to build infrastructure. And after he has enough wood to build infrastructure, that's where he needs food and gold again. And this guy is going to be pretty good. He's going to be top percentile of the game pretty much, like top 5%. I'm 99% sure he's top 5, maybe even top 1%. And still there's a lot of inefficiency in this game. And guess what? To me too.
Really enjoyed the campaign in 02.
My gold is sitting around here as well.
Hyped for True Sight later.